Pat's on our way to Dave Canterbury's class up in Ohio. I'm looking forward to learning some new stuff. What about you, Pat?
We're screwed.
Yeah. We'll be on that ship as it goes down together. So. Hold your hands up! Woo! Do the donkey. Do the donkey. Yeah, you can.
I'm laughing.
Jackass.
That's a little tough. Whoa. Where'd you come from? How come is that? I'm supposed to have my lights on. I ain't got my flash on. I don't think I do. Maybe I do. I'll cut them on when we get to the end. Yay!
Made me feel like I was back in England.
That's pretty.
Hold on, man.
He wants to see. Oh, you're going through the...
We're almost there.
Oh, I see.
East River Mountain.
No, many times. Yeah, but you know, I wasn't there.
I don't know how to turn the damn lights on.
Pat don't know how to work the lights, man. Damn.
Like he's driving there.
Honk the horn.
Oh.
He don't know how to honk the horn either.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm surprised that we still got signal.
You know, turning the lights on might be something we might need to figure out.
Yeah. They may already be on.
They may be lit. Well, yeah. Look, looks like we got some lights or something.
You there? I ain't saying about half a mile thick, isn't it?
Fix to lose them in here.
They're fading in and out. We're almost at the
We're
end.
almost at the end.
Beep beep.
We lost signal for a minute, so we couldn't see or hear you.
Can you see or hear me now?
Yeah, it's real blurry.
Can you smell what the rock's been eating?
Pat said, can you smell what the rock's been eating?
Damn, sound like a choo-choo train. You can't hear me. Go.
Back when you can't stay so long.
Depends on what you're talking about.
We done yet?
Damn, I got out of the army because I did shit like this. First thing was kind of a PT test. We got to do a 5K hunt with all of our gear.
Something that you can make a sling with and things like that. Little 1x1.
That way, in case it slips off, goes behind me. Okay? Alright. Now from there, you just adjust it, cut you off another one. Against my quad. And of course, this gets a little more difficult as it gets shorter, but there we go. Sticks out of this and wasting this whole stick. You can start a lot of fires with this. Take your 90-degree spine, plant that in there, and then from here, tilt your knife just a little bit forward, and we're just going to scrape. You smell it. They should put that in a bottle. Make it cologne. You probably do. There's one I saw at the store called Diesel. It smells like diesel. They call it pine sol. I like that. All right. Now you want about depending on the weather, of course, but I'm just going to get one that's about $50 size here. All right. Now we're going to learn how to use your ferro rod. Alright, it's probably a little too thick. I'm going to try it right now. First I want to sheathe that while I try to find which pocket this is in. There it is. Okay, when you're using your ferro rod, we don't want to see any of this. We don't want to see the knife going down. We want you to plant your hand and ferro rod go to you. Two reasons. One, you don't want to throw sparks. You don't want to think about throwing sparks. You want to think about throwing magma, lava. You know what I mean? And you really pull that to you, if when I do it right, a lot bigger sparks, and it lights it a lot easier. Another thing is, I'm sure you guys have done this before. How many times have you put this here, went down, and knocked your tinder everywhere? That's another thing to think about. So, I'm gonna try this. This will make you guys feel better. I screwed this up in my basics, so here we go. What I do, if I'm on the ground, let's say my tinder's right here, I will put my foot right next to that tinder and plant my fist into my foot. And then from there, okay, so we're gonna do it on here. So I'm gonna plant my foot right next to it. Now, you may have to adjust your angle. Let's see here. And we're doing it on lower. Okay. So we're just going to we're going to push our fist right down into our shoe. There it is. Now that took what, 3 tries? If it takes more than 5 tries, something's wrong. Your tinder ain't right, or you don't have your knife and ferro rod right. You can always adjust your knife a little bit. If you're pulling that and the sparks are flying away from it, adjust your knife, the angle of that spine. Yeah.
The damn hill again. We're on a little day out excursion.
On top of the tree, all these spots that we're going to pull off the big sheets and strip all those fibers off. Okay? So make that happen.
We were setting up camp one day. We floated down the river and stopped setting up camp. We were putting our guy lines out. I got a picture of a rattlesnake with our guy line running right by it. And it was, I can't remember if it was timber and there's the other one, Diamondback. I can't remember which one it is. The one that won't mess with you, but that was, oh, I thought it was that one. We and Damien cooked it up though, didn't we? Oh, you did?
Sorry.
Yeah. Thanks for not biting me. I'm going to eat you. 9mm to the face.
Well, how much could I use to come to this time?
think they're trying to kill me.
You got more sticks than the one. No, I don't have more than the one. Okay. You let me know. Go to Pierre and get this thing lit. I just Dude, it just got just working in my backpack. You do. Me neither. I didn't know. Yeah, there we go. Apparently I'm a wannabe.
How did you shrink and gain weight?
Well, he was the same weight. He just lost weight.
Not relaying this information. It's not important, man. What if I just discontinue the
There you go.
You ready to run?
We're doing all.
Yeah, it's hard, so he doesn't recover quick.
I gotta work out there.
It's not going to be the same thing every single time. If you're watching it 10, 12 times, the spark is falling somewhere else, you need to reposition where you're at to get them to fall where you want them.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it, buddy. That's fine.
I gotta take it off right here.
That's real nice.
Did you? Exactly.
Josh doesn't. He's always given us a lot of
See how hard I'm pulling, my hands actually can't move. But at the same time, I'm going to rake back.
Backs are just fucking
Get it to where you're rotating forward. When you slip, you're going to go off into here and not cut yourself. I like to do stuff the hard way, but not always the hard way. That's real good.
I don't think it.
Am I just not using the start good enough?
That's the problem. Anyway, you need to get chunks of metal. Spark is going to touch it. Go away, you need a chunk of metal. All the birch bark you have, and not anywhere, any birch bark anywhere else. On that side, you're pushing the branches up. Get back in there and keep going. You can do. Yeah. You got to know that. You said earlier about what you guys were saying. I'm not so sure I can start this because I don't want to play towards the body.
capital up front, but I think that's one thing that we've adopted is the MVP model, minimum viable product.
kind of in manufacturing, but right here in these days, with your cell phone, 5 years ago, $5,000. So you have it in your pocket, and I know exclusively use your phone. I complain. But that's like this 2020, it's the exact opposite.
See how it's not making contact? You need to make sure it's making contact. Because right now you're not doing anything. It's going to go out. Get over all the small sticks. You got too much big sticks on this. Not one at a time, man. You need to get all the big small sticks so that you can in a big handful, otherwise it's going to go out. Oh, okay. All right. I need to get all these small sticks in here. Get all the small sticks. Go through the whole pile, get all the small sticks. You take this, about that. Go to the top of this. Now get another handful of the sticks.
Wait. Oh, sorry.
Chili.
Go ahead.
I heard you say chili.
Not yet till the flames rise above the handle. So the highest point is right here. Once the flames are above that, they're licking my hand right now.
Okay.
Now we're going to lay them on top this way.
This one, right?
Yep. Get your bottle. What we're going to do is we're going to slide the bottle into this hole that's already naturally there. That's why we do it that way, because now you have a natural hole there. You stick it inside there. And on top of the Tinder International, and right to the side, the airflow is still getting it. See how the air, so I move it and the air comes in there? Now get all the sticks in your hand. Once this rises up,
I just even let it cross my mind. I was like, there's this everywhere. Whatever. I'm not worried about that.
you don't have anywhere near enough sticks.
So,
Do this.
something I bag is what it's called. Yeah, I think it has
Lay it on there.
I think I
Get every single, now what I would do is every single stick that you see on the ground, you get on the side. And cover
the one I'm thinking of, yeah, pretty simple too.
And we don't smash it down, open it up. So it can breathe.
Okay, maybe it's not them, maybe it's something
Put the fire out, there's no chance of doing another one.
I read a lot of reviews on YouTube.
Open it up. Those channels open so all that fire can come through there.
Well, you had that in mind too.
He said on the side. I think that's my garbage bag right there.
Yeah.
We've tried a couple of them.
Yeah, work out. See, all the stuff I have is going to be done in the house. I just try to see if it works in the field.
Dude, I'm so not dialed in.
Some of your food when you're cooking, I'm like, I want.
Okay.
I just ate, but I'm hungry.
You know what I love to do? I'll give you the recipe on my Thanksgiving.
The leatherwood. Superior, dude. They have some other ones too. You know what
Was that easy? Oh. It's hard as hell.
Just fair warning when you go up there if you want to hit.
Part of Georgia you guys from?
Huh?
Part of Georgia.
North Georgia, Dalton. Hey, we're like
30 minutes south of Chattanooga.
I got several friends and
getting my pace count.
so we'll test it, make sure it doesn't work. There we go. No spark or anything. So the tube's full of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go like this and try and get all that water out of there. Once it's out, the next step is just drying it out. So what you're going to do is you're going to blow into this. All the water and air is going to escape through there. And once it's dry, it should light. You know, you're getting close when you see spark. So by itself, I'm getting some sparks. So seconds, not hours, okay? So, this is this. You don't have to worry about doing it. How you do?
Now I do.
How you do? All right,
Drop and give me 10, Corporal.
listen to me. Once you rescue the wet lighter, show your instructor. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take that lighter. Hold on. You listen to me, you're just doing your own thing. You're going to take that wet lighter once it's been rescued, make that OK sign, like I showed you. Whose lighter works? And you're going to take your grass, this is a twig bundle, so it's take me a little bit longer. Yeah. But in your case, you take your grass bundle, and you're going to try to get this thing lit. The water is upside down. The object is to try and get the smaller pieces to catch first. And once it does, 3 to 5 seconds with your lighter, that's about 5 seconds. Well, ideally, I would like to pull this thing away, let the flames climb up. And a grass bundle should catch almost immediately. On a wet twig bundle, which is these are wet, actually damp, I can feel it in my hand. You have to manipulate it and work it around a little bit. Usually the stuff we use is in the pipeline for this. So, just gotta manipulate it around a little bit. Once you get it, if all of your tinder sources were damp, now you have this. All you gotta do is rotate it around like, figure this like a broom, like a, you know, what they're called, sage. There you go. And the fire is gonna climb, so you just invert it like this and rotate it. You could then take this and place it into a fire lay, and it'll work. Okay? You understand that? Yes, sir. So rescue the wet lighter. Show your instructor. Light your twig bundles. Those are both deliverables. No.
There we go.
Who's this?
Go. concentrate that beam of light till it gets your char going.
I don't know if it's going, but that was your light. That white, right light was your light. There you go. Money.
And what you want to do, you want to give it room to breathe. You see all that smoldering. If you do have enough char and have the right tinder, you can get away with moving towards where your fire lay is if it's not right next to you.
You guys got 5 minutes to do this tonight. Pretty much. To get that water boiled. You won't have to do the magnifying glass thing tonight. We'll give you a better way of doing it tonight. But this is what I want you guys to understand. We haven't talked about this much yet. What we're trying to show you guys is, and what you have to understand with this whole fire thing is, everything is about conservation of resources after the first fire. Okay? Your first fire, you're going to light with that cigarette lighter every time, all the time, if you can, because that's open flame, instant gratification. But every time you're holding that button down, you're wasting fuel.
And then we're going to just place this inside here. You have birch bark on top of that. And you guys were given a ferro rod class, correct? From Instructor Pooter, right? Find my shit. So then the idea of the ferro rod and the 90-degree spine is you want big chunks of metal to rain off. And I found that these softer, what's it, the bayite, is that what it's called?
Bayite?
Yeah, they're like really soft. They're softer ferro rods. It's personal preference, but ideally you want to get to where you can take your hand out in front of you at that 90-degree spine. You want to rotate it forward a little bit, okay? Like Pooter said, you want to punch somebody in the face with your knife, right? Rotate it forward, that forward edge. Then I'm going to take the ferro rod and place it underneath. I'm going to yank up at that forward edge and rake back. You want the balls that come off of it. You don't want just tiny little weak sparks, okay? So placing my foot over here and try and get as close as I can. The birch bark should go up. So at this point, it's on fire, there's no wind. Put everything away. Then I'm going to take the top and I'm just going to roll it over top, okay? The fire likes the chaos. Normally say about 3 strikes on a ferro rod. If it doesn't take, you want to reposition or remanipulate all of the tinder that you've got. Once the flames rise above your current fuel source is here. Now I'm going to add. And when I add, I want to add perpendicular to my previous lay. That way. Now we're doing this way, right? I'm not going to grab it and go. We're going to open it up. Or we're going to lay it down. Yes, the hair's getting burned off my hand, but I don't give a shit because I'm going to survive and I'm going to go home. So I'm going to do it again, okay? And so on and so forth. At this point, we now can take this. I'm going to find an opening. I'm going to lay it inside there. And then I'm going to go all in. With my fingers like a rake, I'm going to rake up all the debris around here. Once the center catches, it tends to happen, is things fall around the outside of the fire. And I'm going to work from the outside in and just keep putting everything towards the center, okay? Does that make sense?
Sure.
wet this stuff is, there's actually moisture in that. You have the white smoke that comes off of it. Black smoke is usually like a resin, like fat wood in there, or the birch bark, okay? But ideally you want this ring, okay? Look at it right now, the whole center is on fire, all the way around that bottle. And that comes into play when we show you how to boil the water. It's the exact same methodology, except the bottle will be vertical. You want that ring around there. Look at that. That's what we're talking about.
Fire like a god.
So, once all that punk wood drops.
There we go. I know. I'm trying this out a little bit first. Because like a dumbass, I didn't put it in the hole I made. And it tipped over.
Look at that. Wind's hitting the road.
Hell yeah. Come on, man.
I won't post that one.
Come on,
Just put a
man.
smiley face.
Can't you crop that out?
I was like, corner's cracking.
Did you crop the crack?
I knew that was coming.
All right, so how many years ago?
Well, he had it and dumped it all over. I think he'll layer it out. I know it's there. I will order it.
Freaking believe I did that.
That guy's gonna
I'll do it like a little lip.
I think it's rolling.
Now the fire's going, get all the sticks
I
on.
don't think he's got enough sticks, man. Good job, man.
Doing the one stick thing is, that's like on YouTube, you know, gods.
Didn't they collect while they were out?
Put them on that.
Huh? Didn't they collect while they were out?
They did.
Oh my God!
Hey, you're good. You're good. Stop.
Okay.
Get him out the bag.
It's like you just hit a big water bomb.
Yeah, that's fine. But tonight, go all in. Fix all the need.
With your wood, not your tinder, man. Well, tonight you can go all in your tinder too.
Again, what you're going to need to do, man, is you need to get all these sticks on that fire. What you got here is way above thumb size.
Yeah.
So,
Trying to get the little ones on there first.
you're good.
Some of this out the way.
There, dump it. Yeah. There you go. Toss it out there.
Woo, that's fire.
Jesus Christ.
Can't stand close to that thing.
Try biting into it.
Nothing wrong with that. That's the way you want them, man. Good job.
I got rump roast.
Either way, it went out. Yeah, no.
right, guys, put them out. Put them out. You didn't get it. You didn't get it.
You got it, Charlie. Yours is rolling.
Definitely hot.
Hey.
Well, that's why I'll cover all the classrooms here in my stuff. And I'll make them make a ridge line with me. And then the instructors can do. You mean manufacture the ridge line? Yeah, yeah. They can do that. They can do the stakes. They can do whatever. So we'll cover that. Everything here can be taken out quickly. That's the name of the game here. That's the objective. Quick release, slip loop. Now we're going to create a quick release here. The improvised trucker's hitch. Okay. People hit me on my videos all the time. That's not a real trucker's hitch. You're right. That's why I say improvised trucker's hitch, because it's not a real one. So. There we go. So all we're going to do, create that loop, and I just pass my line through that loop. Okay. You understand that? Then we're going to pull towards our tree. The more you pull it, the higher it's going to be, right? Okay. So there's your mechanical advantage, or your pulley system that you created. And the advantage of this is once you tie this thing off, it's not going to slip back on itself. It's not going to loosen. It's going to stay locked that way. That's why I say truckers hitch. People use this stuff and lock stuff down on their truck beds. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not a top line hitch where you got these little nubs and you're trying to pull with your finger, and that's as tight as you're going to get it. This, you can get ass behind it and yank the thing. If you have an actual rope on here, you can pull the thing with 2 or 3 people and get it tight. Okay. Now, taking my thumb, my index finger, I'm going to pinch right here. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to drape it over, reach inside, pull it towards my hand. Lock it off. There's our trucker's hitch. Okay. You understand that?
Can I see how you did that pull through?
Over here. Pretty. If you didn't see it, come on. And what I'd like to do is put that knot on the side, okay? And the reason why I do that is because we used to use old school grabber blankets, and the grommet holes are really small. And some people have different tarps, so if the grommet is not large, the knot will not pass through there. Okay? So save yourself the heartache. Go ahead and get over here where you can see, man. Always get where you can see. You got to pay money for this class, so get your money's worth. We're going to create a lark's head knot. All we're doing is taking a circle and placing that circle inside of itself. Okay? Reaching here. Done. Lark's head knot. Okay? Mine's blown. Does it make sense? Got it, right? Okay.
You only do it once? You only go around once?
Lark's head is once. But for the line, we're going to do it 2 more times.
Perfect.
The lark's head we'll talk about here in a minute. We teach that because it comes into play when those that want to take their bottles out of the fire or hang something off a tripod. So now all we're going to do, we're going to do that same thing 2 more times. Okay? Place it inside the circle. Then we'll go ahead and do it again. Place it inside the circle. So you should have 3 barrels, one on each side here, 3 and 3, total of 6. And now I have a Prusik loop. Okay, Prusik, slide back and forth. Once I pull on it the opposite direction of where I want it, it locks itself. The smaller diameter will bite into the larger diameter. Slide this way, locks it in place. Okay, and place it inside of itself. That becomes a running mullen. Okay, so it's going to hang off of our tree. Okay. Now all we're going to do is do something called the Marlin spike hitch, which you actually learned at that end over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, if you can't see this, go over where you can. We're going to twist upwards, take our loop up, just like our slip loop. We're going to open this up, it creates a pocket. Grab the stick off the ground, toss that inside here, get a tent stake, that slides itself down. Now you have a T-handle. I can pull down, it's not going to go anywhere. Then now we can hang our pack off of that, okay? Well, this could be a rung on one side for a ladder, right? Or a T-handle if you want to hook onto something and pull a log somewhere, okay? So that is the actual marlin spike hitch that you created over there, because it's a slip loop. Comes right out, okay? So that's why we teach the same thing over and over again with different process, well, same, with different, I guess you say, application, because here we're holding a line, a toggle for a line for quick release. Here we're doing something we're going to hang our pack off of. And you had your pack hanging off this, right? So go ahead and put this one back up on here, and you can see how it's worked here. Just stick on top of that little loop, stick it inside there. Or if you got a real long one, you can put it between your pack straps in the back, and it's not slipping. See that? And now your pack is off the ground. Okay? Everybody understand that? That crease, and I know this thing is as tight as it's going to get. Okay, so all we're going to do is I'm going to pull down and at an angle. I'm going to put our stake in at a 45-degree angle. Same thing on that side. Grab that, pull it straight down, and at a 45. Okay, well, it slipped on you. You shouldn't have that. So pull at the 45. There you go. Now you created the crease that I'm going to remove. I'll pull it back up and do it again. Look at, what you're doing is you're doing this. When you're doing that, it slides.
I'm digging. You're right. You're right.
But you're going to get hit on that for being an instructor. They don't want sagging bullshit.
I don't have it very far.
So one thing you guys are going to be getting also off the landscape is a baton, because the ground is hard. So keep it as far as you can this way. That's good enough. You want the thing squared out. So there's our lean-to. Okay, lean-to configuration. We're around my waist, a little bit lower. This way, and put it in line with this. Just pull it tight. Stick that bad boy in the ground. Keep it pulled tight. This crease, see this crease right here? Good, keep it pulled tight. Alright. This is your tarp still, get another loop in that side. Come over here. Get your bat wings out, like a stingray. Take it down.
Ran out of wooden sticks. Broke it. You want the crease in the center like that, because that's where it's
Take it down. Take it down. So this is a plow point. Okay. You got 3 points of coverage. Looks like 2, but you actually have 3. You have a roof, you have a wall on a wall. Okay.
You just have to raise that end up.
Yeah, you can't do it here because there's nothing here, but I would raise this thing up and would give you that sharp crease that goes all the way down. Okay, you're limited on this. It sucks, but yes, I'd want it here, and then it would go straight down, and you'd see that like a pyramid. Okay,
looks like an old cow catcher.
so on this side, if you look inside here, I have a big.
This is one we haven't done. And this one's going to be called what?
Fly. It's an A-frame, but true A-frame is actually two lean-tos that oppose each other, okay? But this is a fly. You want to stealth camp, you want to do this. If you're by yourself and you're, you want to shoot deer or something, you want to hang out for the night or hang out in the early morning, it might be drizzling a little bit. Same thing, we're going to go ahead and tighten this bad boy up. Across here.
Got her water bowl. Got a shelf to put up.
So, it had the bird bar. So we're going to go down together? Or?
Yeah, I guess. Pack up all of her stuff.
But maybe